Sometimes the smallest trace tells the truest story. In the pre-dawn chill of a concrete garage, a former evidence technician named Maya kneels. The air is thick with oil and dust. Before her, a cord lies stiff, its knot tied with a roughness that feels rehearsed. Through the wall, a suspect's voice comes in halting bursts, the pauses between words too practiced. Texture and timing. These are the details that rarely stand out, yet they whisper of training, of habit, of a truth hiding just beneath the surface. This silent language echoes through history. Step into the fog of Whitechapel in the late 1880s, where the glint of a lamplight reveals unusual tool marks on a victim's clothing, undermining the popular narrative of a surgeon's blade. Decades later, in the early 1930s, a single misaligned letter from a typewriter would brand the Lindbergh ransom notes, narrowing an ocean of suspects to a single room. And in the 1980s, the Tylenol poisonings transformed the simple tear pattern on packaging tape into a chilling signature, the ghost of a steady hand that haunted an entire nation. These are the moments when a timetable outvotes a memory. A forgotten weather log proves an alibi impossible, revealing rain on streets someone swore were dry. A transit schedule places the only on-time train at an empty platform where a witness claimed a crowd had stood. An architectural quirk in a stairwell makes a clean escape of physical impossibility. These small, unyielding facts tighten the timeline, and in doing so, they change everything. Today, the chemistry of fibers and inks can place an object on a shelf and a person in a room, but it cannot always tell us when. DNA can travel by a simple touch, meaning a trace may arrive long before or after its owner. Surveillance cameras seem to be everywhere, yet angles can mislead, light can bloom, and crucial gaps remain unrecorded.
But now, weather logs, utility records, and transit swipes leave digital footprints, time-stamped records that investigators can test against speech, against steps, against silence. Picture a footnote so small it suddenly drowns out the headline. In the late afternoon, a courthouse hallway smells of cold coffee and floor wax. Fluorescent lights buzz overhead as a juror rubs a thumb across a photocopied receipt. Maya, thinking of that cord in the garage, watches as the room goes still. The timestamp, once ignored, now silently dismantles an alibi. One small mark shifts the entire case. And if a quiet stamp on a piece of paper can tilt a verdict, what else can it move? In an era where streams and feeds reward the loudest voice and the simplest story, the quiet details win. It is the verifiable fact, not the confident claim, that holds true weight. And sometimes the hardest part is not finding the clue, but understanding it. Because often, that one quiet piece of evidence points in two directions at once, and a room full of people must decide which silence to break.